Hey guys, Smoking Cook here. How are you guys doing? Yeah, sorry I didn't get this Space Marine video up till like 2 days after I said I was gonna post it, but oh well. I guess stuff happens and we've all got lives. But hey, I've still posted it, right? So anyway, on to the actual video so you guys can get some content. And not just updates on things. Well, where to start with, why? Well, let's just start with why I chose Space Marines. There's a lot of reasons why I chose Space Marines. One, because they're cool. I mean, like, they're super badass. But, a lot of things made me play Space Marines. Some video games mainly made me play Space Marines. Other decisions, such as just fun to play, made me play Space Marines. By the way, this is going to be a long video. It's going to be like a 10-minute video. And part 2 will be another 10-minute video, so you're going to have to kick on that. But anyway. So there's a lot of reasons why I chose Space Marines. One of the main reasons, I think, would have to be mainly because of the lore. The background of Space Marines. A great site I gotta recommend to you, guys, for whom haven't checked it out yet. It's called Lexicanum, and it's pretty much a Wikipedia about 40k, devoted to 40k. I'm pretty sure a lot of you 40k fans have heard of it, or even have gone on the site and actually seen what it's like there, but it's a really cool site. There's a lot of information about 40k there, a lot of cool stuff about 40k, about just right down to just planets and systems within the galaxy, which is pretty cool. Onwards, it's let's just keep going. So there's a lot of different but Lexicanum had a whole bunch of Space Marine lore, or lore and background on it. And yeah, I found this page about Space Marines, and it was about a certain Space Marine chapter, Blood Ravens. I'm pretty sure all you guys know who the Blood Ravens are. If you played the Dawn of War series, you know who the Blood Ravens are. But yeah, I found it really interesting. I read through the whole page, and I actually found out that Space Marines have a bit of heart to them. They aren't just, merciless, ruthless figures who just kill everything and live like a warrior monk lifestyle. They have their own thoughts and feelings too. They're just like regular human beings, just with superhuman abilities. And that interested me a lot, because I thought Space Marines, like I said, were more ruthless, dark, almost evil-like figures. Not as evil as some of the other races out there, like Chaos or any of those other races. But just evil, like, in the sense of, we will kill anyone who gets in our way, sort of evil. Now, granted, there are a lot of other races like that who do that sort of thing, like Tau or Chaos or pretty much every other race in 40k. Except Orcs. Orcs don't let anyone else but Orcs join them, and sometimes, well, a lot of the times, Orcs just fight among themselves. So, you can just depict Orcs with one word as fighting. and I said it in an orc accent, like fighting. But yeah. But that's one of the main reasons why I chose Space Marines, because I thought I found out a lot more about them. And I also found out a lot more about their weaponry. Before I even went onto Lexicanum, I thought the bolter was just like a regular machine gun, like a regular assault rifle. It's not. Because like when they say that when the Emperor said he's gonna arm the Space Marines with the best weapons available to mankind, and I just look at the bolter and I'm like, that ain't the best weapon available to mankind. Why not give them all las cannons? But then I found out that bolters aren't necessarily assault rifles. They're rocket launchers. And I also found out that Space Marines are really damn big. A regular Space Marine is about 11 feet tall. 11 feet tall. And all those people who tell you it's 7 feet tall, it's 11. You want to know what the height of the average person is? 7 feet. So there's no way that Space Marines can be 7 feet tall, and yet in the pictures you see them like being almost double the size of a man. That means the average height of a man is 3 feet, which we all know is bullshit. 3 feet? That's like the size of a freaking goblin, okay? Maybe a little bit smaller than that, but still, 7 feet is just not really that. Nah, Space Marines aren't 7 feet. They're 11 feet, okay? 11 feet, I actually measured 11 feet, and it seems right to me. It's about as high as my bedroom roof, which is actually pretty high. So yeah, Space Marines are big, they're bulky, and I really could determine one thing from Space Marines. They are absolute badasses. Like, they're like an army of mini Chuck Norrises, okay? I said sis. Yeah, I'm really bad because it's Chuck Norris, so mini Chuck Norris says. I don't know how to say it. But, they're like the epitome of just... It was like if Clint Eastwood and Chuck Norris were slapped with Spartans, like the Greek Spartans, and Halo Spartans, and also, Marines from StarCraft. If you slapped all those things together, you'd get Space Marines, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, and a Warrior Monk Knight sort of thing. You slap that thing in there too. You put that in all big one mix, and you get a Space Marine. A badass Space Marine. And I also... It's a lot about the lore is why I chose Space Marines. Because, I really think that they are a really good army just based on the lore, because their lore is really interesting, it's really satisfying to read. And I think Space Marines, a lot of people say Space Marines are the most bland and boring army out there, but I think different. In lore terms, I think they're one of the most interesting armies to learn about, because I always sat at my desk wondering what a Space Marine would do, you know, in his spare time. Like, surely there's gotta be one time when he's just on a battle barge and he's going to another planet. What does he do? All we hear about with Space Marines is just when they're in battles or when they're with other things. And I found out they're like regular human beings. If you go on Lexicanum, you go on the Space Marines page, you can actually find a bit about their daily routine and what they actually do each day. And it's a lot of training and stuff. But I never thought that Space Marines get free time. It says at the end, for 15 minutes, which isn't a lot, but they get free time for 15 minutes. And I thought, wow, Space Marines get free time to do whatever they want. Now, most of it's just praising the Emperor and stuff. But, I still found it interesting that Space Marines are kind of like regular human beings. And I think that's one of the main reasons why I chose Space Marines.